And we're live. We're live, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. How is it going,
Hi,
everybody?
everybody.
Hi.
Everyone.
Hi.
Yes, I'm still sending to all of the people that we are here.
Sorry. Yeah, we're having problems with YouTube recently because they added roles to be able to go live on channels, and I don't have the role to go live, so we have all the time access with different emails. It's always a little bit like that. How are you doing, guys, by the way? Today it's Saturday. Are you guys chilling? What are you doing? Are you working? Hi Maku-chan, hi Lucas, hi Korea-chan, and then it's hi, hello, how are you doing?
Hi,
Hello, hi
everybody.
everybody.
Oh
Hi,
my
hi.
God.
I am doing
From-
well today. I don't know about you
my
guys. I was outside taking some sun today, a little suntan,
Nice.
and yeah, I feel better. I don't know how you guys are doing.
That's right.
I feel
Amazing.
yeah, Ray, you finished your exam, no? This week.
Yeah.
Amazing. Good job.
I don't know. It's kind of funny because I still feel very anxious even though it's over, but I can I can't feel that it's over yet, so I'm still like, I need to be so I feel like I'm scratching with the middle of my palms, but it's finished for now.
Yes,
I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a nice day today. It's a nice, good day.
I mean, it's
Chill
Saturday.
day.
It's Saturday.
I'm a bit
chilling.
like low energy because we like partied yesterday. So
Oh, you did party?
I'm still in recovery mode.
Oh,
Yes,
I
and
see.
Elmo partied more than me,
Yes,
so
gotta party hard.
I came home early. Elmo stayed out until wee hours of the morning.
You crazy, Elmo-chan.
Party, boy.
Oh my god. I'm gonna add some nice ASMR sounds to the stream. I'm gonna put some cafe sounds
Amazing.
because why not? I always forget to do this before starting, but I always feel like something is missing, so I'm doing it now. Gonna make sunny day sounds. Amazing. I love this.
Wonderful.
Yes, today
Atmosphere.
the atmosphere for real. Now that we can go again outside and study in cafes and around, I feel like it's so nice. I am so glad that we get to do that now. It's just a different way
Yes.
to interact with the world that I missed so much for this year. And yeah.
Yes, I agree.
For sure.
Yeah, it's really nice going outside, and I've also been taking a lot of what do you say, like, advantage of the weather. There's something about Europe, being in Europe, that's different from being in Jamaica, because the sun is so hot in Jamaica, so it's not like, and we have it all year, so we don't have this like feeling that, oh, I should go outside and suntan, or I should go and sit inside my yard. In fact, never. Like, it's like, oh my god, it's so
Yeah.
hot outside. No, I want cold.
Nice, true.
Yeah, so it's a really different experience. And the warm here, my other Jamaican friend who lives here in Sweden, they were like, yeah, you know, this sun is a liar. It shows you that it's very bright, but you go outside, it's not actually that hot. It's just bright, not
That's
not
funny.
hot.
That's funny. Well, I guess especially in Sweden, you're way in north, so here it gets pretty hot in summer.
Yeah, it's very, and the breeze is chill.
Yeah.
Let me say hi to also 𝕤𝕤𝕤 that is here. Hi.
Oh my gosh. Hi,
𝕤𝕤𝕤,
Beetle.
our
Hello.
VIP, doing some work, although I'm a
Our
little
VIP.
ahead of the plan I made for myself, so I think I can listen to this without it technically being procrastination. I mean, that is the thing that we're talking about today, huh? It's procrastination.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we're gonna start talking about it in a minute. Maku-chan is saying, doing dinner now, but I took a walk. I overused my voice during night voice acting, so I can barely speak. I'm hyped for today. Yes, we love this energy. Oh my god. I am gonna take that energy and feel hyped with you, Maku-chan. And
Yes.
other people are studying, I see. Dennis asked if we are Russian. None of us is Russian, unfortunately. I am
No.
Italian. I'm from Italy, 100% Italian. And you guys can introduce yourselves.
Yes. And I am Jamaican.
And I'm Swedish.
Yes, I have mixed background, but yeah, no Russian.
No Russian in the background,
My
no.
first name is happens to be Russian, but
Oh,
Oh, really?
that's about it.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's cool.
Ekaterina, Katya.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna
I don't
send
need
you a
it.
video later Ray, about that. It's so funny. You just triggered something in my memory. I'm gonna send it later. Korea asked, what does a sunny
Got
day
it.
sound like? Next question. That's the same here. Brazil Northeast side. I mean, here it's too hot to be outside. Honestly, I know I have some Brazilian friends. I guess it's kind of the same. You're close to the equator, I guess. Like the hottest place on earth. So I guess that's the thing. Here in Europe, we're way like over, like on the north compared to the
Yeah.
from the equator. So overall, the climate, I guess, it's not that unbearable, especially in
Yeah.
the
No, it's
north.
very nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I would say that it's still just a very different feeling, because I never imagined that the other aspects of climate would affect it so much, you know, because it's not only the heat but also the humidity and also the breeze and how much it blows and in what way, and if it's flat place or mountainous place, mounty. Yeah.
Mounty
But
place.
you know, because in Japan, for example, when we went to the beach, when I did end up going to the beach in Enoshima and other places,
Yeah.
it was terrible.
It was awful.
It
really
was so hot. Like I felt like I was an egg that was cooking in a frying pan, and that would never happen in Jamaica. It would never feel like that, no matter how hot it is outside. And Tokyo is definitely much more north than Jamaica.
Yeah.
So it kind of depends on what it's like, other little aspects as well. And I think that's also our nature affects it as well, the feeling of it. So I think we would probably have more bugs too, and like lots of what we don't have, like grass the way you guys do. We don't have like lush grass outside because it's very hard to take care of. It takes a lot of water, and it's hot all the time. Like grass, so the European peaceful summer thing is not a thing in Jamaica. It is like fun, very more active, and no peace. Only
No peace.
no peace.
I mean, to be fair, like in Tokyo, there's cement everywhere. So I guess this was one of the things that, for me, like I live way on the outskirts of a little city, so there's nature everywhere, and I think like one of the things in Tokyo that actually was a shock for me is that even at night it's hot as fuck. It's so hot even at night.
Yeah,
it doesn't really, you know, the temperature doesn't change from day to night, and it was something that I wasn't really like used to. Like for me at night there's a nice breeze, it gets way chillier, and it's, you know, but not in Tokyo. No,
Jamaica too. Yeah, no, Tokyo is terrible. I mean, that also happens with highly populated areas. It gets very stale and hard to breathe. People would always say to me in Tokyo, like, "Oh, but you're from Jamaica. Why are you getting stressed about the heat here?" I was like, no.
I spent 3 weeks in Japan during summer. I'm not used to so much hot in shadow and cicada noise. I mean, that's fair. I guess we have. Oh
my god, the cicadas.
We have those in Italy though, so that wasn't very weird for me. But the heat, my dude, that was Guys, what do you think? Tell me.
Yeah, let's get into the topic.
Let's speak about the topic.
Today.
We were just making small talk while people joined. All right, let's talk about today's topic, which is first of all, I don't know if everybody knows who we are in chat. So just in general, Hello, everybody. We are Gladly Global. We are a group of polyglot people that decided to come to join their forces together and make good content for the internet. Between the things that we do are, of course, YouTube videos in this YouTube channel. If you're not following yet, what you doing? Follow. Why not? It's free and it helps us a lot. And we do also podcasts. We do live streams on Twitch individually, each of us during the week. And we also have a cool thing that is called the Polyglot magazine. I have one here. And we make this every 3 months, and it's full of articles and cool art about traveling, living abroad, learning languages. If you're interested in this kind of things, you could check out our link in the description of Ko-fi. It's written like Kofi, Ko-fi/Gladly Global, and there you can buy your online copy. We're gonna print it soon, so there's gonna be also printed copy coming up. Oh my god! But yeah, did I forget anything else, Ray? What do we have? We have Instagram.
No, I think we've basically. Yeah, we're almost everywhere. So if you just check out the description box below, and maybe if you're interested in joining our language community group, you'll get all the information that you need to get if you check out that description box below.
Yeah, and join our Discord
and
server. Sorry. Yes, we have a Discord
And
server.
what?
500 members. Okay. Sorry, I
Oh my
went.
goodness.
Whoop.
Yes. So so today we're talking about procrastination, and it's just really funny because in the server everyone was like, it's so funny to get a ping about procrastination, but if I go and watch this video, will I be procrastinating? And they were having a little bit of a discussion in the server. But don't worry, we actually are not planning to do this this specific conversation, this live stream, too long today, because we don't want to keep you from your responsibilities, but instead we want to have a quick and constructive conversation about procrastination, how it affects us, and how we can overcome it, especially as language learners. It's kind of interesting because when it comes to languages, we, especially those who are going to be here, are self-proclaimed language enthusiasts, and we love languages. But how is it that for some reason we don't study? Like, we think we talk about studying all the time, but we don't actually study sometimes. No, I'm sure it's not just me, right?
No, it's definitely me. I don't know about you. It's me. It's me.
Definitely.
Yes.
I feel
and
That's
so
crazy.
with social media and everything, it's easy to lie. Like, you can take a lot of pictures one day and then like post them in different days, and you're like, yes, look at me, I'm being super productive, when actually maybe you're having a break day or something, you know. So I think a lot of people in the community can relate to this.
Yeah, definitely.
yes.
So I wanted to say something about procrastination, because I also feel I am a procrastinator by nature. I can only work well when I have the fire under my ass that tells me, if you need to do it now, otherwise you cannot make it, and something like that. And instead, when I have more time, I tend to be like, you know what, I can do it later. The thing is, like, do you actually get it done when you have the fire under your ass, or you're like, nope? That's like what let's say that is what differentiates a procrastinator that is actually productive to a procrastinator that is not productive, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like a dangerous roll of the die, because
Like one day it can be one day it can be the other.
because it's like, okay, if I wait until too long and the pressure is like this high, then I might just like not do it at all and like crumble underneath the pressure. But if I like procrastinate the right amount and there's enough time for me to do it, maybe I will feel okay. I feel like personally I've stopped procrastinating as much, mostly, and this is like a kind of a half and half situation. Half it's better mindsets, but half is also that I'm not that great at dealing with the pressure anxiety anymore. I feel like when I was in high school and early years of university, I was very good at handling quick pressure. But now I feel very uncomfortable within that pressure. And so I try very hard to avoid it. Like I'm consistently thinking about it. I will wake up in the morning and I go, do you want to be anxious? No, you don't. So we're going to do this now.
Wow.
You know, like this. I think I think about it in advance.
That's really cool.
Yep.
Like that's impressive. That
Yeah,
you
no,
managed to, like,
I
really-
admire you very much.
Like I don't think.
I want to.
I think it.
Can I say hi? Sorry, Maxish. I
Yeah.
hope I said that right, Maxish.
Maxish.
Yes.
Hello and welcome,
Hi,
and
baby.
also Aisha-chan, hello. And I want to ask you guys in the
Hi,
chat.
everybody.
Yeah, I want to ask you, babies. Who do you consider yourself a procrastinator? People in chat, please tell us. Say like, yes, I think I am a procrastinator, or like, no, I am like Ray. I don't procrastinate anymore because I'm cool AF. Let us know in the chat.
Boss.
It's not that I never procrastinate.
No, okay.
But it's gotten better.
Yeah. Mark Chan says, oh, I don't watch my favorite content creators because I feel guilty spending time watching it instead of doing what has to be done. I understand the feeling because but what I learned to do during the years is that I don't have to compartmentalize. I said this last time, I couldn't say it, I think. Compartmentalize that
Yeah,
much
that's right.
because I mean, I became a master of multitasking, so I can do many things at the same time. And I think this doing many things at the same time slows you down because, of course, you cannot have all your energy only concentrated on one task. But if you do it way earlier than when you would do it, like let's say that you have a project to complete and you want to also watch videos, normally maybe you would like watch videos and procrastinate and then do the project all at the end of the time that you have. But what if you watch videos in the background while you do the projects from the beginning? You are gonna be way slower, but you're gonna do both of the things that you want to do, and also like take care and also like use the time that you have a little bit better, you know, in a way. And later, like if you're like, oh my god, I can't make it, you can stop watching the videos and just work on your project. I think that's something that I do that makes me feel less guilty about enjoying the things that I enjoy and also getting things done. That could be a thing that you could do, I think. I don't know what you guys
That's
have.
very interesting.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to say that I could definitely not do that because if I had something playing in the background, like even if I listen to just music with like lyrics or whatever, then I am definitely like I'm basically lost. Like my focus like goes like that, and I cannot actually focus on the important stuff because like I keep having like too much stimulus. It's just distracting for me, even if it's like. Then I want also, especially if it's a video or whatever, then I'd want to pay more attention to the video because I'm interested in watching it or whatever. So
Yeah, there's I mean, this is an interesting conversation because when I was growing up, people often talked about multitasking as a positive thing, and so if you had the capability to multitask, and also the fact that the female brain is supposed to be more equipped to multitasking than the male brain originally, or something like that as well. So it was something that they talked about very positively when I was growing up. But nowadays, they have talked about it as like that it's not actually true, and that multitasking is like a surefire way to overheat your brain, and you're actually like cutting your productivity in half. But as Anna said, is cutting your productivity from 100 to 50% and doing it versus not doing it at all, you're at zero, right? So like, of course, there is a time and a place for it, I feel. So it's so it's not bad, especially if you you can't get yourself to do the thing. Like you feel like, I really don't want to do the thing. If I'm going to do this, the only way I'm going to do this is if I'm using only 5% of my brain on it. Then it's good because you might ease into using more of your brain on it as you go along, right? For me personally, I've been
sorry. No,
sorry,
you do.
Go ahead.
But no, to connect to what you just said, that is like for me it's very hard to start. But when I start, then I get into the things that I have to do. So it's way easier to get myself triggered if I start doing the task while doing something that I enjoy. Because then I'm gonna be like, oh, it's kind of like chilling a little bit. I'm just gonna start doing it slowly, and then I get into it and I actually get it done. So I guess it depends on the person, because as you said, Elmo, as many people cannot concentrate on many things at the same time like that, or like get distracted. So I don't think it's a universal solution at all, but I think it could be something to try out maybe if you haven't already.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's a way that could definitely ease your toes into the activity that you really don't want to do, especially if it's not something that is like connected to something that you really love, or it's something for school, or it's an assignment that is not the something that you would have chosen yourself for today. For me, recently, I have been trying, for the last couple of months, I shouldn't say recently, I've been slowly trying to train myself to focus at one thing at a time and actually do things from the start of the day. And routine is really, really important with that. So now we have this hours co-working session that a few of us have been doing. It's here, Maxish and 𝕙𝕼𝕼, myself, Elmo, Aisha sometimes, Emily, a few of us have been doing. And it's good because it's like every day at 8 a.m. the first person who is there, 7 or somewhere between 7 and like 9, the first person is there, sends the link and says, write your to-do list. And then you write your to-do list and you're like, okay, the routine is on. It is time to do things. You know what I mean? I can't not do things. And what I've been doing is, this might sound like super overkill, but I have 2 timers. So I have the forest timer for a long chunk, like I'm going to now stay focused for 2 hours. And then I have another timer that does 25 minutes, 5 minutes, 25 minutes, 5 minutes, like the Pomodoro. And so I can decide when my long break is, when my short break is. And I do that for a certain amount of time, and then when those timers are off, I don't do anything. So it's like training my brain to be very, very specific with those things. And I'm not gonna say it's a immediate like, yes, if you start to do this, it'll work, because that was not the experience for me either. It took lots and lots of months for this to start to actually come in. But I didn't give up, and I kept trying to build that connection between my brain and the timers and work time or study time, like on time, productive time, and force myself like to never touch the bed unless I'm taking a break. So even during those 5-minute breaks, I will literally jump onto the bed and be like, yes, this is break time, hello, and then spend 5 minutes over there and then go back to my desk when 5 minutes is done. Like really train myself. And it has paid off. So this way I don't get stressed now when I work. I can work for long periods of time because I take consistent breaks. I rest my eyes in between it. And if my timer is on, I'm like, okay, I am on. Unless I'm extremely tired and then I'm getting annoyed as I'm doing the work, but it's still happening, So that's my recent addition to my ability to focus after months of work.
I like how you use 2 timers like that. I haven't thought about that, and I think I could try that out. It could be interesting because sometimes the breaks tend to extend a little bit, right, between the sessions. So so I mean, it's a very interesting thing. Do you guys enjoy to use timers for this for like to make yourself feel accountable or something? Like what are your tricks to make yourself get things done instead of procrastinating? Please let me know. Also, I want to see what people write. So Korea is a procrastinator. I know very well. um, Mak-chan, I procrastinate by daily, but I see you getting a lot of things done though. I am actually surprised to hear this, Mak-chan, because I feel like you're a very, 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 how to say, person that does all the things that they want to do. Let me know more about that. I'm curious. And Bida-chan, I definitely used to be. Now I just create the pressure by making to-do list day plans and pretending like the deadlines are a day or two before they actually are. I mean, I admire you so much, Bida. I cannot do that.
I would.
I can't trick myself
be in a
like that.
constant state of panic.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
I would be in a constant state of panic if it was me.
Oh my god, I admire so much. But also I saw Bidor.
It makes sense.
Bidor is consistent AF because on the Instagram,
consistent.
my god, like you are my role model, Bidor. I want to be like you when I grow up.
Yes. I will be like Beetle.
Be like Bido.
Be like
Hashtag
Bido.
Be like Bido.
Put that on a t-shirt.
2021.
Merch.
Maxish, I started procrastinating when I went to uni. I see. I use forest whenever I study. I mean, Maxish. Sorry if I completely mispronounce your name. I'm trying. I see you. I see you doing the co-working thing with Ray. I saw you like writing message me like I'm gonna make it today, like those to-do lists that we were talking about before. Honestly, you guys are making me feel like I want to join too. I'm a little bit
But you
scared.
should. Why haven't you?
But I'm scared because
It's crazy.
it's especially these 3 weeks that I'm having the exams, etc. A lot of things change like every day, so it's hard for me to decide exactly what I have to do and do exactly those things because things come up and some things take longer than I expect sometimes. So that's why I was like, but I feel like whenever these like freaking exams finish, I feel like I will have more control over the things that I want to do and that I'm gonna do. So I think it's gonna be better to join then. So that time I will be super free. So I think it's easier to procrastinate when you have less things to do, rather than when you have many things to do.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna join later.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's nice also because not only is it for you, but it's also for the other people. When people see you check off things, they get excited. And I mean, it's editable, you can edit it, so you shouldn't be ashamed. I've had a few times when I completely forget about the list and I just don't check off anything until the next day. I like have not checked off a single thing and I'm like, oh, well, that's embarrassing. But it's whatever, you know, it's just how it goes.
All right, baby.
so,
I will join tomorrow. Promise. I will join.
Okay.
I cannot join at 8 a.m.,
What's-
but I will join.
No, just
No,
join.
you don't have to.
Okay.
You
No,
don't have to.
you just join when you can.
Max is the first person there usually. Actually, we compete. Me and Max just compete. Who will put the link? But yes, honestly, it's good because some people show up very much later because they're in other time zone as well.
Yeah.
So some people show up at like 4 p.m. because they're in America
Or later.
I
have.
So
Yeah, can you share the link also in the Global Citizens server? So like in general or something, or in the study room, so people can just join there as well.
Yeah.
Or in the to-do list one. I think it would be very useful for people, no?
Yes, I did it a few times just to see how it's, but no one specifically requested for it, so I just kind of let it go quiet. But yeah, we can totally do that.
I mean, if you have one already, just share it there as well. Maybe people... I mean, can you also explain what it is? Because I know what it is, kind of, but like, I don't know if other people know. So maybe it would be nice to explain.
Yeah, so basically it's this new website where you can just put your to-do list together and you can see everybody's to-do list side by side and set the one that you're currently working on. And as you check off things off your list throughout the day, other people also see when you check off. So you can kind of keep yourself accountable by showing what you have there, as well as seeing other people check off. You're like, oh my gosh, look at this productive queen. Let me start to check off myself as well.
No, it's so motivating. motivating to
It's
see
so
like other
motivating.
people working.
Yeah, I also, it really makes you realize how the time goes by really quickly, because usually I don't have a good image of how many days are going by, but you get this big grid of the whole year, and you see the boxes turn green every time you work on something, for like anytime you check off something for that day. And when we started doing this for the first time, I blinked and we already went 13 days. And I was so shocked. I was like, have we really been working together for 13 days, guys? I can't believe.
Yeah, I know it. They've kind of gone so fast.
What's also cool about it is that there's a timer inside that you could set with a couple of people together as well if you'd like to. Anyone's allowed to use the timer. There's also built-in lo-fi music that's hand-picked inside of there, so you can just click one button and they will play lo-fi music from there. There's also a focus mode that allows you to only look at your list and not look at somebody else's list, and also a break mode as well. So there's quite a few different things that you can do there. For us specifically, there's a chat and a video call setting as well. But for us specifically, we talk in Discord or on live streams. So if you join our room and you see no one talking, that's why we're somewhere else talking.
Speaking of time.
Yes. Yes, it's okay. What?
Okay, no, I just to make sure you were.
It's 3:30.
Yeah, Ray, you have to go at 4, right? But you said.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But me and Elmo
That's
don't
good.
have to
No,
go, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Let me read
it's
some
cool.
comments in chat just because we're having so many. Thank you, keep on coming. 𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚 says, I do similar but with big 90-minute focus sessions followed by a long 30-minute break. Personally, I find that short timer sessions are bad for my focus when I write, but 90-30 split at the same time every day has become my routine. We were talking about this on my live stream yesterday, I think. 𝕚𝕚𝕚 was like, I'm gonna do my sessions by myself because I prefer to have longer concentration time, or a longer concentration time, and I think that's fine. I think it depends on the person, like how long you can focus on something. I personally feel that more than 25 minutes for me, it's too long, and I start doing other things, because 25 minutes is short, so I feel like I have to do things because it's a short time, so I need to get something done. I need to be able to, when the 25 minutes finish, and we need to be able to say, I did this during this session. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be and not doing anything for the first 90% of the time, and then do something in the last 10 minutes or something like that. So
I'm the exact same, and I think I know what 𝕚𝕚𝕚 means though about like breaking the flow. But I think for me, what happens is during those 5-minute breaks, I can't do anything that will take my brain away from the work necessarily. So I can't like do something completely different, or I can only like close my eyes or lay down and like scream to feel better, or like take in some air or something like that. But if I actually turn myself off, or I start reading a book or do something otherwise, then it ruins the focus. But it cannot be longer than 5 minutes. If it's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then I have to start over with my train of thought all over again. So it's a balance for sure for everyone.
I agree. And also ciao. Hello, Jazz-chan. Hi and welcome, my baby. I just got home so a bit late, but excited to hear about everyone's experience procrastinating. I do it too often. Please let us know your experience, Jazz-chan. We want to know. We want to know. Makchan, my content creation is outcome of procrastinating and not doing my responsibility type of tasks. So if I do stream videos, photos, it means I run from real ones. I mean, okay. Can we talk about productive procrastination in the sense that you get everything else done instead of the task that you have to do? Oh my god.
I am the biggest productive procrastinator. I think out of anybody here, I can say that I am the worst with that, because I have a lot of things that I want to do, and for me, technically, they're very, very close in priority for me. And so it's very easy to do the one that is not immediately necessary. And as soon as one is clearly immediately necessary is the exact moment I get motivation to do the other one. And it's evil.
Yeah, no, I sometimes
Same.
sometimes I literally add things. Sometimes I add things to my to-do list just so that I will be able to productively
To do other things instead of
Like-
the ones.
Yeah, where like I keep, yes, man, I'm taking off so many things here, and then like I still have the main
But
thing.
that one thing is the last one
Yeah.
that you do. I do it every time. I do that every time. I have like a bunch of things and I'm like, okay, but this one is the most important. But that is the one that I do absolutely last.
Yes. Always.
I will tell you, I have a solution for this because I used to do this when I was working at the office. But of course, when you're working an office job, you cannot, like, if it's yourself studying, you can allow yourself to, you know, do these kind of things. But if you're working, it's not possible. Of course, you have responsibilities. So what I would do would be have a checklist with a column next to like the tasks, where I would mark the priority level of the thing. So if it was something that it had to be like as soon as possible, it would have like 5 points or whatever as priority points, 5 out of 5 or something. If it was less priority, like you can do it whenever you want, it doesn't matter, just 1 point or something. And like having my to-do list with this kind of like star points like next to it to see which one is the priority, which one is not, would actually help me a lot visualize the things that I need to get done in a way. And instead of having only a list of things, it's definitely better to have this kind of system maybe next to it. So you are like, listen, no, this one is important, I need to do this kind of feeling from it. At least that's something that helped me. I don't know about you guys.
I remember when you did that, actually. I think I could also create a template like that for Notion, because I had a time when I did not 5-star point, but I had high priority, medium priority, low priority tasks. And I had organized it that way. I fell off at some point because I think I added too much things to that list, which got cluttered. So I would have to keep it a little bit more tight. But yeah, I think I actually also just want, like, there's a deep want in myself to not be good at prioritizing, so that I have the escape route to the other thing. But you know what? Maybe I will consider this today. I will consider this for my system today. I've been called out, okay?
Yeah.
Just 𝕤𝕚𝕚, I do that as well. I sometimes even add other productive tasks I've already done to my to-do list, just so it looks like I've been more productive. Correct? Yep, I do that also.
Yes. Always.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to wait for Ray to create the hours. Yeah, we're symbiotic. I actually really like that system that we have now. That's the first person to come makes the room, because yeah, that way it kind of like shares the responsibility for someone to be like, yes, we're starting today.
That's right. Yeah.
And Beetle said, I mean, I never said I wasn't also in a constant state of pain. But I've had 3 years to work out how to make myself focus best as work from home and self-employed freelancer.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
true.
Wow.
It's
Yes.
a
Living the
learning process, learning
Yes.
yourself, how yourself works, I guess. So you
Yeah.
cannot pretend to be 100% good from the beginning.
Yeah.
But I mean, nobody has a productive day every day.
Yeah, no,
Like,
definitely.
anyway.
If somebody says that to you, they're lying.
Yes.
Yep.
I can vouch you.
Korea, I use a system at work that gives me prioritized tasks based on a priority level and due date. If it's overdue, I will show it as a level 2 priority, and anything overdue with high priority as a level 1. That's kind of complicated. I guess if you don't have a software for that, it's not possible to do by yourself, I guess. But the goal is to not have overdue tasks, I guess.
But
yeah.
But it could be done with Notion. It's good. You guys give me ideas, because if we need like an anti-productivity Notion system, if we need something
That's
like that,
good.
so we can figure out how to build it. So if you have an ideas for, yes, you know what, this would help me stop being lazy and
Well,
and not procrastinate.
The
Then,
camera doesn't recognize you.
we can.
yeah,
Yes, Elmo covered their face. The camera was
Right.
confused.
So okay. So we can make something like that. I'm pretty sure you can make it. I cannot. But yeah, some kind of Notion page for a
Yeah, we can do
template
it.
to share. It definitely
Yeah.
would be nice to make.
okay.
Thank you. As if you have
Yeah,
any
we
other ideas about this kind of things, please type them in chat.
Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, or you can leave a comment on this video after we finish as well, if you think of something later.
Yeah.
My task list has points. When there is one dot, it means it's important. When there is this exclamation mark, it's urgent. And double, uber urgent. Uber? Well, how do you pronounce that? Uber.
Uber.
Uber
Yeah.
urgent. ASAP. I recently made a mistake of my life. I made this one to-do list from all lists from past years. Now I feel it's too much, but tasks are important. Honestly,
Yes.
yeah. Do you know how you introduced me, Ray, to that feature in Notion where you can put like what do you call it? The timeline, right? It's called timeline, where you can
Timeline,
put
yeah.
tasks. Yeah, you can put tasks and you can put them like in period in time. So you can say like I'm gonna do this for like 10 days or whatever it is, and you can make and you can decide from which day to which date. So you can also like put forward in time some tasks that you don't want to take care right now. Maybe they're not high priority, but you can do in the future. So they're there, you're not gonna forget about them, but at the same time you don't have to keep constantly thinking about them now, which is the time that you don't have to worry about them. So I think for something like that, Mak-chan, it's very important to have a division in time, being like, okay, now it's June, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tasks this month, while 7, 8, 9, 10 tasks are gonna be for July, so you don't feel overwhelmed by all the things that you have to do. And I also like the thing that you said, like when something is important or urgent. I like the distinction between these two, honestly. Like important doesn't mean that it's urgent sometimes, right? Like it's something that you have to do that is important, but you don't have a deadline maybe. I find myself thinking about this a lot because I use reminders for my tasks, and if you don't have a deadline, it doesn't give you a reminder, but maybe it's something important that you have to do. Do you understand? So it's a good thing to think about.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if everyone is familiar with the Eisenhower complex, but basically it's a square divided in 4, and each side of the square, it's defined like how important the task is versus how urgent the task is, if you need to do it yourself. I don't remember the exact framework now, but the idea is also this, that urgent is different from important, which is different from, because also say like, there can also be a difficult task that's very important. So also how much time it takes is another aspect of the square, I think.
Right.
Like if it's going to take a long time and is important but not urgent, versus it's going to take a short time but it's not important or urgent. Like each of these different tasks is something different. So identifying that and having a system that works for you, that does this, can be very useful if you have a lot of tasks to sort through.
Definitely.
And just as, to be honest, what has just as to be honest, what has helped me a lot this year, along with making to-do lists and schedules, is studying and working with others, and the Forest app as well. I use it so much, even on my own. Yes. Yes, accountability is the name of the game, guys.
For real.
Actually, Gladly Global, we had another catchphrase before, and we've shifted, although sometimes we forget about it on the YouTube channel. But the shift is accountability methodology for self-studying language learners.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because accountability is like the single most important thing when it comes to getting things done. And
It
if
really
you're doing
is.
things by yourself, then you have no accountability. So we have to create it ourselves. So it's really nice to see people coming to the study sessions. We do live streams literally every work day. Every work day, you have Anna, me, myself, or Elmo here doing live streams, as well as we have the study rooms open in Gladly Global. So it's so nice to be able to be together with people, make your to-do list together with people, even if you're studying or doing completely different things. It feels amazing to have your tribe to push you along the way. Yes.
Yeah.
Alex says, or do you want to read?
Yeah,
Alex
Beetle. Beetle says, I use Google Calendar to organize all my deadlines and to block out time where I will be working on those projects. Okay.
I used to use Google Calendars to block, but I felt like I ignored it every time.
Yeah,
So
same.
I
didn't work for
shifted
me.
a little bit, where instead of blocking, I just theme time, and I do blocks randomly throughout the day. So I decide how many blocks I would like to do in a day, how many blocks or how many Pomodoro sessions I would like to do in a day. And then that's kind of what I use those two timers for. So if you block on the calendar, then it's going to be specifically from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. But I don't like that. Maybe at 2 p.m. somebody calls me and I have to do something, or or if I'm back in Jamaica and my dad calls me to do the dishes and it ruins my whole schedule, and now I don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
You know, something happens. And so instead, what I do is I just decide that I want to have 2 blocks of 2 hours or 90 minutes or whatever. And that's where my dual timer thing comes in, because I will use the forest timer to do the longer block, and then I will use the second timer, in my case the B-focused Mac desktop timer, and use that to automatically set 25 minutes, 5 minutes Pomodoro sessions.
Yeah, no, I
Yes.
I completely relate to that, by the way. Also the feeling of I'm gonna start, and then something comes up and you're like, I'm not gonna do it anymore.
Yes.
It's very relatable.
It's too
It's
familiar.
so oh my god, that's exactly. So that's why I can't do the blocking so well, because something happens, or if say my productive procrastination gets in the way of doing the right thing at the right time, then if you push things down, you will automatically feel, okay, well, now I have to start tomorrow, because you've changed the time. So I'd rather not set a specific time and just make sure that I do it before the end of the day.
That sounds great.
Yeah, like me, as like compared to Beetle-chan, I use Google Calendars as well, but I only block out things that are independent from me. So things that I have to do, appointments, school, whatever, like live streams, for example, things that I have scheduled. And this helps me see all the blank parts, and those parts I feel like, instead of blocking them out, I feel like, okay, this is the time that I have. How can I use this time effectively? So this how I do it. Korea, I have issues with tasks that are dependent on me for others to start. I feel like they are important to complete as fast as possible, as it means wherever I'm done with it, we can have 2 productive. Sorry, I don't really understand what this means.
2 productive resources working at the same time. Yeah, I think that when you work in congruency with someone else, it can be frustrating, or you feel like, actually, when it comes to like my group work or group studying that I was doing before, I always felt really awkward about it. It becomes top priority even if it's not top priority, because I feel that other people are waiting on me.
I get it. I get it.
I'm like,
yeah, definitely. No, I get it. Yeah, no, I want to get everything away, like all the things that have other people involved. I want to do it as, like, if my mother calls me and is like, can you buy something on Amazon for me or something, I'm gonna be like, we're gonna do it right now. Like, I'm not gonna keep it in my mind. we're just gonna
Right,
open
I
a
get
computer
it.
now and we're gonna buy the freaking thing. I don't want to think about it anymore, you know, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely get it. Tanya says that.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go on,
No.
Michin.
Okay. Also, prioritizing the right things is important, and I don't believe in making multiple things the top priority, because then none really is the priority. That's so true.
But yes, Tanya, you're right. But it's like I think maybe you just joined us, baby. But
I think so.
for me, I have an issue because majority of my things I feel are quite similar to priorities. So I get to decide, right, which one is top priority in that situation because I feel that they are very similar priority. Unlike if you were in a job or in a school class, you could maybe more clearly see which one is top priority. But as a self-studier or someone who works for themselves, freelancer, it becomes very difficult to do that. And so you have to actually create some kind of metric, which now because of this conversation, I'm really thinking I'm going to build some kind of Notion automatic system. But
That's
basically, we need something to rank it, okay? Like how much time it's going to take with how important it is and when the deadline is, or if it doesn't have a deadline, to tell me once and for all what is more prioritized or not.
Because because that's the point, right? Also the time is important because if you have a couple important tasks that takes like 5 minutes to make, and then you have an urgent task that takes like 1 hour to make, it's acceptable to do the important ones first because then you get them out of the way, right? But of course, if it's the contrary, you need to do the contrary. So I guess like urgent versus important plus requires small amount of time or large amount of time. Like these are like the main things to consider when you have to decide. And also like about like deciding how important. I like the 3 tier system, like low priority, medium priority, high priority. But I also think that the 5 tier priority system could also be, if somebody is like Tanya, I guess it would be easier to like differentiate between a 4 or a 5 instead of from a medium or high priority. Like sometimes things are very high priority, but one is more priority than the other for some reason. So I guess both of them could work for different kind of people.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about like maybe a point system, so it gives like the number a certain amount of like even just a figure how large the number grows. So like for example, if it's a shorter amount of time between like 15 and 30, between like 10 and 30 minutes, then it will give you like a certain number. Let's say the number is 2, but if it's longer than that, it's going to give you a number like 5, and then like the higher the number, and then it will like add up different figures in with like other values. So say so say another value like you know, if it's a work task versus a study task, or whatever the other value you set, and you make a number, then at the end it will give automatically it gives every single task like a number between 20 and 100, and the higher it is to 100 is like the more you should prioritize, and the lower it is the less, or something like this.
That is so cool. Oh my god, you're gonna create like the formula to end the procrastination problem of the world.
Yes.
That is so cool. Oh my god, that would be so nice. I am so hyped. Also, Lucas,
it's 5 minutes to 4, so I'm gonna start preparing to go, guys. But thank you so much for coming and listening to I've got so many ideas now. Thank you so much, because you know we're all at different levels in our procrastination getting rid of journey. So it is very nice to have this conversation with you. I'm going to run because I have a business call that I need to do, but you still have these 2 lovely people with you. So you enjoy your procrastination talk, and I will see you guys around in the server.
All right, bye, Ray.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. And they're gonna stay here preparing, right? Okay. Yes, let me read the comments. Lucas, you're welcome, by the way. I promise I'm gonna make a video where I explain how I organize everything, so you can take inspiration as well. But basically, this is how I do it. I use Google Calendar and reminders. That's everything I do. I am very, I am very, very, how to say, busy with these exams at school that I have in these 2 weeks. I can't wait for them to be finished. Unfortunately, it's gonna drag out until the end of June. But
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I know. From the end of next week, it's gonna be way better. So I have so many things that I want to do, really. Like, this is my constant state. Like, more than procrastination is like things with more priority comes up. So I have to do those first, and that's
Yeah, right. So everything gets like pushed back, and then you can't find the time to really do the thing.
And honestly, like, it frustrates me because I know that, like, online people see mostly like the content creation part of me. They don't see me going to school. They don't see me taking care of my family and stuff like that. So it seems like I'm not doing stuff. But actually, I'm doing so many things, guys, I promise. So
I get it.
yeah, no, it's we also need to think about that, be mindful of what people go through. Unfortunately, this is not our job. I would like it to be.
And like the fact that you cannot share like every second of your life like online.
Definitely.
You have to have some personal space. Like you have to have your personal space as well.
Definitely.
Where you're not sort of
yeah.
let's see.
And okay, Aisha Chan says, I usually do hour study sessions with other server friends. It always makes me productive when if I'm in study room on the GG server. It makes me feel I'm productive even if I'm not done all that. Definitely, I guess if you're like doing things with other people and you can look back at your day and be like, you know what, I didn't do everything, but I did do this, and this. It's better than I did, like, going back at your day and be like, I didn't do anything. I just stayed on Instagram all day doing nothing or something like that. You know?
Yeah.
So
I mean, we all have those days too, but even if I only get like 2/3 of my tasks done or something in a day, I still feel, or I'm learning to sort of just appreciate it and really
definitely.
like appreciating the work that I do, even if it's not as much as I would.
Definitely.
As I would have hoped.
Yeah, no, definitely, it's important.
Because otherwise, you fall into this sort of vicious circle where you're always like you're like getting angry at yourself or whatever because you're never sort of reaching because you feel you should be able to like perform at like 100% all the time.
Yeah.
And then but then you don't build sort of the habit where you're sort of building things up from the start. You're expecting yourself to run a marathon when you like the day after you buy your running shoes or something.
Yeah, exactly, right. Exactly. That's the thing. Everything requires training and habit building for sure. And we cannot think that everything's gonna be easy or 100% effective from day one. We need to ease into it. Bye.
For sure.
Going.
Bye. Yes.
And also I see Curious asks, what decide urgency? Urgency is decided by the deadline. So urgency is different from importance, I think, because urgency is you need to do this now because deadline is in 2 hours or tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah. Right.
While importance is based on your judgment, so you decide why something is important to be done. Lucas is using Google Calendar as well. I think it's a very good system. I don't understand. There's no need to get super expensive apps or something for like scheduling. I think Google Calendar is amazing.
No, it is definitely.
Yeah.
And
just we're saying urgency depending on if you have a deadline. Or depending on when the deadline is. Do you have a task that requires 1 hour to make and you have a deadline next month? That's not an urgent task. You know. Do you have something that requires like 8 hours to make and the deadline is tomorrow? You better get going and do the thing.
Oh yeah, you should have started long ago.
You should have started yesterday.
Yes.
like that. Lucas, but I'm putting everything on there and it's looking a bit messy. So what I like to
I
do,
get that.
what I like to do is to use you can create different calendars between the calendars. So I have an event calendar, I have a school calendar, I have the Gladly Global calendar. What else do I have? You know, I have like the doctor appointments calendar because that's different. It's more important. So so you can also like concentrate on one thing at a time, but I prefer use colors for different things. I can show you how it looks like for me. This week is crazy, but this is basically how it is. Yellow is cool. Then I have purple for Twitch and other things, events and stuff like that. Gladly Global is purple. Sorry, it's brown and stuff like that. So this is how it looks like. Use colors to make your life easier. By just glancing, you can understand what you need to do. And another thing that I do, I'm just saying this very quickly, but I have on my main page of the iPhone, you know, you can do this, and there's like the main page. I have the daily things that I have to do. Whenever I'm like, what do I have to do today? I just go there and I can see, this is what I have to do right now, and this is something that is coming up or something. And the same for the reminders. So I don't have only like I don't only have the overall one, but I also have the daily ones. Like today you need to do this. It doesn't work perfectly, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, no, it's like I feel like there is no one system that always works 100% of the time.
Yep.
Because they're all dependent on you and like sort of your emotional state or your mood or whatever. So it's like as long as you're dealing with like the human factor, you're gonna have good days. You're gonna have bad days.
Definitely. We're not machines. People, Korea says, people can create deadlines. Some deadlines are set for us. The set dates are print time and event dates. Yeah. Others are just like, the faster we push, the more money we can make. I don't know about that, about the money part, but I do relate to the faster I do something, the better it is for me or for, you know, the group of people I work with.
But also, I guess then there's a question of like quality, like time versus quality, where like you want to finish something quickly, but you also want to make it as good as possible, like if it's a product or something.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a hard, difficult balancing act.
Yeah. So I don't want to talk about too much about jobs and stuff like that. I prefer to keep the
let's try and keep it to like studying.
To studying languages, that's the topic in my opinion. I would say like when something, so you can the importance of something is decided by how you like you make deadlines for yourself, right? Usually because you're like, you know what, this year I want to learn Korean or something like that. But you cannot just say only that. You be like, I don't know, I have this textbook, you know what, this month I want to finish.
I'm gonna finish the textbook, and then in 6 months. In 6 months, I'm gonna take this test.
Exactly.
Like an exam.
Yeah, so the exam will be an urgent task because there's a deadline. The exam is decided. You cannot change that. But how you study in between, how much importance you give to the task that you have to do, that is something that you decide. So I want to do this textbook this month, this other. But these deadlines can change, can adapt. So they're not urgent tasks. They are important tasks that you decide the deadlines first for. Mak-chan says, when something has deadline without me getting the money, it makes me think faster. I don't like making money of things I like to do. So for me, helping is more urgent than earning money. That's very curious because for me it's the contrary, of course.
It's same.
I get way definitely. I am motivated by money, of course. Depends on if you like what you do to get the money. But definitely I like to eat and sleep in a place that is good. So, or travel or whatever. So I definitely gonna prioritize what gives me the instruments to be able to do that. So I think that's very curious though.
Yeah, no, I think it's a bit different.
It's interesting, definitely, I guess.
Definitely.
Korea says also if it looks too busy, you have too much on there. Yep, as you only have X amount of hours during the day. You can also set colors in Google Calendar. Yep, but it makes it easy to filter. If you're Android, we recommend Business Calendar. Oh, I never tried that one actually. I don't have Android though.
I have an iPhone. Yeah, no, I also have an iPhone. So.
We're iPhone people.
Yes.
But yeah, if you remember, your day only has that amount of hours, and you need to sleep. So if you take away,
you need to sleep, you need to eat, you need to rest, you need
So listen, 8 hours to sleep, let's say, okay, and then 2 to 3 hours for eating and taking a shower or whatever. Let's say, okay, whatever. Let's make it 4 hours because yes. So that's 12 hours. You have 12 hours in your day remaining of things that you maybe have to do. Maybe you work and other things that can be the things that you like to do, right? And let's say that you work 8 hours a day, maybe you have 4 hours to do the things that you like or that you're passionate about. So make sure that you don't set your goals like too much. Make sure you don't decide to do things that take way more than those 4 hours to do and then get frustrated at yourself, or worse, don't eat, don't sleep, don't take care of yourself because of that. It's important to keep a good routine, definitely, and
it really is.
Yeah, because otherwise you cannot do anything else. I know this for a fact.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, yes, no, and you'll just burn yourself out, and you'll be miserable. It's such a shame.
Yeah.
It's too easy. Yeah, it's too easy for that to happen.
Yeah, so I think we touched many interesting topics today. I don't know. I wanted to ask you guys. Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys if you have any other comment that you would like to make. In like to conclude. To conclude, is that a word? I'm not sure. To end this video on a nice note. Otherwise, I think this is a lot of food for thought. No, I think I learned a lot as well. And I'm gonna join.
No, I did too.
I'm gonna join definitely the rooms that Ray makes for accountability and to-do lists. Oh my god.
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh my god, amazing.
Yeah.
I think.
Tell me.
It's slipped my mind. But I want to say yes. The important thing when it comes to procrastination is the fact that you're always trying to find the right tools and measures to sort of stop yourself procrastinating in a healthy way, because we all have the same problems, but we all need very different solutions. So as long as your mind is always open to testing and trying out new things, and you try every tool in a box, you're bound to find something that will help you out.
Definitely. Like, I think one of the best things is to talk with people, like, especially now that we have this beautiful community. It's nice to, like, ask people how they do things, try to learn if there are, like, other methods that you never tried before. Could be definitely a learning experience. Even if you say, this will never work for me or something, maybe just try it. And then you can actually say, this didn't work for me. You know from experience, instead of like because you actually tried it and it didn't work, rather than you saying, oh, I cannot do this. I used to be really bad with that kind of stuff, like I would always just say that, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. I used to be really bad with that kind of stuff. So I'm slowly working on it and sort of getting to know myself better and sort of understanding my limitations. Definitely.
We have an interesting question if we want to take that.
No, you can start it. You can start it. Okay. No, let's answer. It's fine.
In regards to learning language, why do you see the need to set goals with tasks that you need to prioritize? Is it not all for fun?
That's a good question. What do you
That is a
think,
good
Elmo?
question.
I have an
think
answer.
that
But you go.
I think that's yeah. No, well, even if it is just for fun, like I'm not learning a language for school or anything like that, I still have goals and ideas, like why I want to learn the language in the first place. Like obviously I want to be able to communicate with the native speakers, or I want to visit the country and understand their culture and things like that. So those are goals. Of course, they're not tasks, but they are goals, and those goals help motivate you to sort of take the steps to just study. Otherwise, if you don't have these goals, why would you study? Sure, it's fun, but like if you're spending like 30 minutes a day or something just doing nothing, it just becomes like another something to fill up your time if it's not like dedicated or motivated.
So in my opinion, this is a good point. Like you need a goal first. You cannot just be like, oh yes, I'm gonna learn Korean and that's it. Sorry, I keep saying that I want to learn Korean. You're gonna be you need to be thinking like, I want to learn Korean because I want to watch dramas without subtitles, or because my friend is Korean and I want to talk with them in their language, or I like BTS and I want to sing their songs with a flawless accent, right? So everybody has different goals, and I think you need to like understand which way has to be taken to reach that goal, and to like the way to get there. Like you cannot become fluent in a language or understand the language without doing boring things like learning vocabulary, learning a little bit of grammar. Of course you can just expose yourself to the language going to the place, like you could go to Korea, or like you could get Korean partner or something and just like listen to Korean all the time, whatever, and maybe your brain will click. But the normal way to do that, like let's say the more the safe way to do that, efficient, is definitely to learn the words that you need to know, learn the grammar that you need to know, and then like at the same time expose yourself to the language so you can analyze and also internalize at the same time. And these kind of things are not natural for us. Like learning is not natural. You need to put yourself on a desk and do something to reach that goal, and to be the most effective you need to do that every day or every week, depending on your goals or whatever. So to make yourself get into that habit of doing these kind of things, you need to have a plan, you need to have resources, you need to understand how much time you can dedicate to do that. And these kind of things you can like you can do like however you feel like, of course, but it's not it's gonna take way longer time than if you have like a stricter plan. There's no good way to do things. Like you can do either way, but definitely if you just do things as they come or how you feel like, you're gonna take more time, and your learning experience might not be as satisfying. I think. So yeah, that's a question.
It all comes down to personal preference and priorities.
Yeah, definitely.
See, so even like definitely.
I love you, Elmo. Language learning might just be for fun, but it's not always going to be easy, so you need to have strict study plans for yourself. I mean, about strict study plans, I mean, it depends on yourself. If you're doing it for fun, you need structure. You need structure. You need to feel like you're in control of what you're doing. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Tanya says, I guess it depends. Some people learn languages because they need to. And for me personally, I do it for fun. But if I never plan it into my day, I might end up watching Netflix all day. That's yeah. We're talking about procrastination. Some tasks to learn languages are boring. And especially at the beginning, you're going to feel frustrated a lot because you don't understand many things. So if you don't kind of force yourself to do things, it's very easy to choose to do something else. So I guess that's another answer to them. All right. I think we've been
Yes.
talking for like more than an hour, and my
Yes,
throat
which
is starting to hurt. But yeah, guys,
Mine as well.
I wanted to say thank you to all the people that came to our live streams and participated, and also to
Yes,
all the
thank you so
people,
much.
yes, to all the people that are watching this live stream recorded on our channel. It's gonna stay up. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And if you have any other comments, please let us know wherever, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Discord server, everywhere we're there. So
Everywhere.
remember to check out all the links in the descriptions for all the things that we do. It helps us a lot. And remember that the Polyglot magazine exists. We're doing it. The new issues is coming out on July. But all the past issues are on our shop on coffee.com/gladlyglobal. You can find the link in the description as well.
Sure are.
Thank you very much. And we hope you have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend, a good day, a good week, next week, a good month. And we see you in July
Good
for
life.
another Polyglot Talk. Bye,
see you next
guys.
month.
Ciao,
Bye
ciao, ciao.
bye.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.
Bye.